Welcome, OMFL Nation, and welcome to another edition of Tim's Take. It is Tuesday, March 25th. We're gearing up to play Nate and the New Orleans Saints. Don't underestimate Nate. Nate will play you tough, even though despite a 0-3 record. We're entering the New Orleans Caesars Superdome with the Lions banged up. We have lost some players to injury. We'll get in that in a little bit later. For now, let's jump in to see how your Detroit Lions have done in season 114. We're starting off with a 2-1 record. We opened up against the defending OMFL champion Chicago Bears, and they took us to the woodshed on banner night. 38-19 is the score, and honestly, it wasn't even that close. There was a lot of things that we did sloppy, a lot of miscommunication, a lot of turnovers, and a very ugly game. 284 yards of offense to 369, 14 first downs compared to 19. The big one is turnovers, 3 turnovers to none. Whenever you lose a turnover battle by that much, you're up against an uphill climb. Time possession 16 minutes to 19:58. Caleb Williams was the big star of the game. 15 for 21, 285 yards, 3 touchdowns. At one point, he was 13 for 13 and looked like Tom Brady out there. Everything he threw was a catch, so I don't know how people stop the Bears. I'm starting to question my defensive game plan against him. But we're going to shrug off this loss, and we're going to move on, as we always do. Fargus, 17 for 31, 282 yards is nice. 3 touchdowns is nice. 3 interceptions is not nice. So whenever you get that many interceptions, you're doing yourself a disservice. Raymond Hammond, 16 carries for 58 and 1 touchdown for the Bears. Our leading running back was Gibb with 7 carries for 23. We didn't really get much going on the running game. Jamison Williams had a nice game, though. 6 catches for 183 and 2 touchdowns. His Dunes always does a good job. 4 catches for 113 and a touchdown. And Tyrone Watts, 5 catches for 94 for 2. St. Brown, 3 for 35 and a touchdown. Laporta, 3 for 24. We got to do better. We got to spread the ball more. We got to get bigger people than J-Mo involved. Jack Campbell, 9 tackles. A bunch of people for 2 tackles for loss. McNeil, Phillips, Hutchinson, Sweat. I mean, it's all over the field here. 2 sacks for Jones, 2 for Thornton, 1 for Sweat, 0 sacks for your Detroit Lions. Gotta do better, guys. Durham got a pick. Belton, he always gets a pick against me, so I'll be happy when that guy leaves. And CJ Osgood got a pick. So, ugly game, bad start. Sucks that's a division game, but only thing you can do is move on and turn the page. And that's exactly what we did against the LA Rams. 48-20, the Lions prevail in this one. Totally different game plan, and it showed. 366 yards for Lions, 262 for the Rams. Rushing 194 to 49. Passing 213 to 172 for the Rams. 23 first downs to 14. Won the turnover battle. No turnovers given. 3 gained for us. So that's always good when you can do that. Time of possession 19:07. We're at 16:53. Fargus, 14 for 18. Very solid game. 172 for 2 touchdowns. Want to get a little higher in the yards, but I'll take it. 2 got 15 for 23, 222, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Gibbs, outstanding game. 10 carries, 110. Brian Robinson, 8 for 38 with 4 touchdowns. Impressive. One of the big surprises of this game, a guy that's been doing well in our practice sessions, got a chance to get some carries, and it showed 6 for 48 for 8-yard average for John Marion. Now, Marion's an interesting player as he was drafted in the 7th round of our last draft, and it quickly emerged to RB3, and he's done an interesting job with his carries, so I'm going to look into his way to see if he can be a factor. Receiving, Pickens 5 for 73, Laporta 4 for 62, 4 for 58, St. Brown. Jameson Williams shows up one week and doesn't show up on this week. I don't know. We got to figure that out. Tackles, 8 for Branch. Emerson and Stanford got 7. Tackles for loss. Branch got 2. Thomas got 2. Sacks, Marquise Thomas got 2. Arnold with a pick. Deontay Scott with a pick. Definitely a much-needed win against the Rams, which set up to our big showdown with Denbrew, where the Lions prevailed 20-17. This is a back-and-forth game and could have gone either way. 402 yards of offense to 314. 56 yards of running to 33 in favor of the Browns. 369 yards passing to 258. 17 first downs, 16 for the Lions. 0 turnovers for the Lions, 1 for the Browns. Time of possession 18:08 to 17:52. So statistically, it's pretty much an even game. Fargas was the star of the game, 18 for 25, 388 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Dwight Nowak, 20 for 26, 283 for 2 touchdowns. Ben Brown, 10 for 37. Our leading running back, Marion for 6 for 14. Gibb for 2 for 26. And Jameson Williams, 5 for 224. Sam Laporta, 6 for 97. Even game. This game could have gone either way. The Lions did score a field goal in the remaining minutes and gave the Browns a chance to go down the field and either win the game or tie the game. We were marching down the field. The Browns were in field goal range. We made a huge stop and tackled the guy inbounds with, I believe, 8-10 seconds left to go in the game. But the clock ran out. So it gave us a win. 2 sacks for Phillips, 2 for Barry. No picks for either team, which was impressive. Now, a couple of things I want to address about this game. One, this game was very costly for the Lions. In the second drive of the game, we did have some injuries that happened on the same drive. Amon-Ra St. Brown, broken ribs, as you can see, is out for 4 weeks. Jahmyr Gibbs, dislocated hip, out for 3. Losing our star receiver and star running back made it, in a game against Denbrew, made it challenging. And we had to we elevated Marion to get more carries. That's why he got a lot more carries. And we elevated J-Mo to get the bulk of the catches. We tried to get other receivers involved in routes. They were not open. The pressure on the defense was tight. I did probably a little more to check downs that I needed to, and I had a huge FBR break. That's on me. I have no one else to blame, and I accept the full punishment of it. The numbers weren't even close in that game, um, and they weren't even close the last game too. So, um, but that is what it is, and I'm serving the suspension with Laporta getting suspended for 2 games, as you can see here on the Lions here. Yeah, JMO and Laporta are even, but when you add in the factor of Marion and Vaki, I think I had another guy that caught a pass too. Gibbs caught 1 pass. Yeah, those plays right there offset my numbers. I got to do better. That's on me. I have to trust some of these receivers on my team. Uh, DJ Hewitt, Sidney Stallworth, even get Quaz Watkins more catches. That's got to be a focal point of the offense, more so than just throwing it to Laporta and Gibbs, or in this case Marion, and calling it good. Um, it is what it is. It's going to suck because entering the game tonight, we are going to be without Gibbs, we're going to be without St. Brown, and we're going to be out Laporta. And we're going to be without the same guys in the big game against the Commanders the next week after. The old adage, next man up, has to come true in this for us. We have to address the injuries that have crept up on our team. That being said, we have elevated some players in the lineup. For running back, John Marion's going to get a chance. He is elevated to the starting running back, despite the fact that he is a 71 overall. His attributes are really strong for this team. Him and Brian Robinson Jr. should get a bulk of the carries running the game. We also acquired Ty Chandler to be the third guy. I always liked his speed and his quick acceleration. He might be a role playing guy for specific roles, but he is on the team. As far as receivers, it's not going to be no secret. Jamison Williams is going to be their prime target. With his speed and his awesome route running, he should be. Quaz Watkins should be a target. DJ Hewitt, Sidney Stallworth. Stallworth was pretty solid last year in his rookie year with us. No, not rookie year, but his sophomore year with us. So he's looking to get some catches. DJ Hewitt was a player that was acquired in the draft. These are 2 guys that don't be surprised if they get some catches. Antonio Green's a bigger receiver that is solid for us. Reese Sellers was also drafted from Maine, and he is there to get some reps and see what we got. It's going to be a challenge, but I'm the least one to complain about injuries when you look at the real life Lions with all the injuries they ever had last year, missing like 36 guys on the team. So it is very small, an obstacle, especially when you look. It could have been a lot worse. Look at what happened with Maniac today. Maniac lost Josh Allen for 7 weeks, so that totally changes how things go in that division. And this, too, could change how things go in the division, especially the wild card races that occur. But there's no excuses. We're going to put the best guys in the field. We still have a great squad, and we're ready to play Nate and the Saints. So I hope everybody tunes in and watches the Lions-Saints game in a few minutes. Should be a fun one. Good luck to everybody, and let's keep the season going strong.